Hello guys, welcome to the Young and Sane podcast. I'm your host Tamarflourish. Welcome. Drum rolls. I feel like this is where we are supposed to insert the clapping. It's been a long time coming. This podcast, the Young and Sane podcast. But here we are now. And I'm so excited for this. Thank you, Jesus. I'm so excited for this. And I hope you all will enjoy this as you get on this ride with me. So, for those of us joining in and listening, you're welcome. And I appreciate you so much for believing in this, for wanting to know what we are all about, for just giving it a shot and clicking on the link to watch, and even finding this podcast on whatever platform you're using to listen to what we have for you today. Welcome. I'm so excited to have you all here. Thank you so much for tuning in. And please take a chill drink. Let's sit down and gist. Today is just about gisting. We're going to be talking about, all that the Young and Sane podcast is going to be about, and I hope you get the whole picture, and I hope and anticipate your return on upcoming episodes, what we're going to discuss, the interesting conversations we're going to have around topics concerning youthfulness and sanity, especially in this kind of insane world. Please relax, sit down and relax and just, yeah. So going forward, one interesting question that has been on my mind for a very long time is the question regarding how youths are coping. How are we even coping? The world is going insane. Everything is just becoming so crazy. The next moment you're sleeping and you're waking up to one trend or the other, and it's just crazy. It's crazy, really crazy. And sometimes I don't know how people keep up to these things, but it's insane, So generally, we are going to be all about the topic of young people, everything that bothers the young people in a contemporary society today, and how every change that is happening in society, being introduced by industrialization or just evolving trends, is affecting our sanity or insanity, just everything. And so that's the basic thing we're going to be talking about. And on that, we're going to build on, talking about different aspects of life, how young people try to stay sane in the world, how young people try to stay sane in the world, in the church, in whatever strata of society, in school, whatever strata of society exactly. Young people are scattered everywhere, and so the things that happen, it really affects our sanity. But sometimes we don't sit down to think about these things. And even relationships, we are going to be talking about everything that bothers on a young person's life, holistically. So that's what we're going to be talking about. And by talking about these things, we're going to delve into how people try to stay sane by dealing with women or men, dabbling into different kinds of relationship, wholesome, unhealthy, abusive, whatever kind of relationships between men and women. People do drugs to stay sane, to live a normal life or to just remain sane, with everything happening. People get addicted, have different addictions, and even addiction to certain kinds of music or movies or whatsoever. Some people are addicted to sex. Yeah, it's a real thing. Of course, it's a real thing. Some people are trying to stay sane by being toxic. We see so many narcissistic people in the society, even young people. You see narcissists roaming around in the society, and they're narcissists because they want to protect their space. They're kind of defending or protecting themselves. And you see that there are a lot of traumatized people in the society, just moving up and down, and most people don't even know that they are traumatized. But in the bid to remain sane, we dabble into a lot of things. We're all young people, all young people, and we dabble into a lot of things. And so that's what we're going to be talking about basically in the Young and Sane podcast. And of course, we're going to talk about religion. Why not? A lot of youths, young people, men and women, religion is where they find solace. Different kinds of religion that is practiced today, people find solace in that, to get back their sanity, to be whole, and just whatever it offers them. Religion does that. So we're going to be talking about religion too in this podcast. And the thing about that is sometimes religion comes with a lot of confusion, and it has a lot of insanity in it. So yeah, I feel like it has a lot of insanity in it. Religion, yeah, it has a lot of insanity in it too. And so how do young people, men and women, try to stay sane in spite of all this, in the midst of all this? Do we still have sane individuals walking the streets? When you look around you, even within yourself, are you okay? Is your sanity intact? And so these are all the things we're going to be talking about, to even find out if we ourselves are still sane individuals. A lot of things are meddling with our sanity, and I hope you find this as a safe place for you to, process your thoughts, your feelings, and everything, within you, to know if you are still in touch with sanity or going crazy. And so that's what this podcast is all about. And I want to say a very big welcome to you guys once again for tuning in. I'm so grateful. Listen, I am grateful, and I'm sure that at the end of each episode, going forward, we are going to become better. We are actually going to become better. We'll process everything we go through, as we go into different topics, on different sectors, on different aspects of life. Each and every one of us, we come to this place where we know if we are sane or not, and know the things to do to, get back on the track to be sane. And of course, going forward, God helping us, we are going to get professionals, to talk to. We are going to have guests on this podcast that will speak to us, talk to us, help us process, our feelings, our emotions, our thoughts, just a lot of things, going forward. So that's that and that. And then there are a few kinds of questions we are going to have. I've given the general overview on what the Young and Sane podcast would be about. Now, there are specific questions we are going to focus on, as things were built that this podcast is built on. And one of those questions is how young people try to stay sane, to live peacefully, to live wholly, and to live to their fullest potentials. Another question is how young people are made up of circumstances from birth till their present age. There are a lot of things that we young people have gone through from birth till our present age that has formed part of our belief systems, that has formed and forged part of our experiences, and even that has given us a kind of mindset or view on life or perspective, that we begin to have certain kinds of expectations based on where we are and all the things we've experienced and what we believe from people around us. So another question we're going to also focus on is how young people's mentality and value system is influenced today. Is a whole lot of things are happening. As I said earlier, a whole lot of things are happening in this world, and it's crazy stuffs. Really crazy stuffs are happening. And so how are all these things that are happening influencing our value systems, influencing our mental health? How are all these things influencing us today, whether in positive or in the negative light? And then another question we're going to be focusing on is the role of our parents, the role of our teachers, and the role that we have towards ensuring mental well-being, mental wellness, ensuring that we are all mentally safe, sound, okay, equipped. What were the roles that our parents played, and how can they be better if they didn't do well? What were the roles, and how did our teachers play roles that helped us to be better, or how can they do better? Teachers are kind of foundational in the society because they bring children up at different stages of life: crèche, kindergarten, whatever, primary, secondary. They bring young people up, and it's the way they treat the young people, or they train the young people, that those boys and girls grow up to believe certain things or to hold certain opinions about human beings, how human beings should be treated, or just basic things that becomes the belief system or value systems of children. And so what are the roles that parents played in our formative years, and even while we grew up? What are the roles our teachers played in our formative years and even while we grew up? And then what roles do we have as young people in this age and day to become better human beings, to become mentally okay, and then to provide safety and protection for other people around us as well? So these are the questions, and even more as we go on in this podcast, that we would hope to find answers to while we engage in interesting conversations surrounding these topics and even other things. And hopefully we are going to find answers, we are going to find solutions, to become better society builders, to become better people in the society and all that. And so I hope that I find you in subsequent episodes. So hope to see you there. Please follow this podcast, follow the Young and Sane podcast, follow us, and then make sure you turn on your hit the bell so that you can get notified every time a new episode is posted. And we're going to be posting new episodes every Monday morning. Listen, guys, we actually have to have conversations every Monday morning, so we are reminded that we are going into this insane world again. What do we need to do, just to become better people? So it's going to be every Monday morning. Every Monday morning we get new episodes. Make sure you follow this podcast. Make sure you turn on your notification, hit the bell, and turn on your notification so that you can get notified every time we post a new podcast episode. And then make sure you follow me too on my social media handles. We can continue the conversation from there, in the DMs. Also, And my social media handle is just my name, Tamarflourish. Yeah, you can find me on TikTok, you can find me on Instagram, you can find me on TikTok, you can find me on Instagram, you can find me on Twitter at Tamarflourish. That's just it. So the spelling is Tamarflourish. Yeah, Tamarflourish. Yeah. So you can find me on my social media handles: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. So let's continue the conversations from there. And also you can follow my YouTube channel, Tamarflourish. Also, I post YouTube videos on the struggles with the Christian faith and how we navigate all that, and just different topics surrounding struggles with Christian faith. So please make sure you follow me so that we can get to know each other better, we can connect and become better friends. Yeah. So I hope to see you in the next podcast episode. I'm so glad you listened to the end. Thank you so much for sticking with me. God bless you. Bye-bye. See you on Monday.